What is up, everybody? Dan and the Fireman. We're going to be jumping into this Chaos Riders video, but there's 30% off everything in my store. But if you want to grab the Smart Rider drills, this is the digital one. You can put it on your handlebars, practice some slow speed, parking lot practice, see how fast you can do it. But we're going to jump into this. We're going to talk about crashes and close calls.
Welcome to another Chaos video.
Chaos Riders.
With the rider that was going well over 100.
Talks during this.
The turn, but he was still coming in way too fast.
So he was going in way too fast. Thank you, Chaos Riders, for putting that out there. We're going way too fast. I think it's 100 kilometers per hour. Went a little bit too wide in the corner and then hit the guardrail. Now, a lot of people think like, hey, it's not that fast, but it's all based on your skill set with your cornering skill set. So I mean, it's just, that's really what it is. If the corner is really sharp and your skill set is really only good for like easy corners, something like this can happen. So it's always really good to do slow look, press, and roll getting into the corner. And this is just an old MSF thing. So if you learn this in class, that's great. But you're going to slow down before the turn. You're going to look through the turn. You're going to press to initiate the counter steering to get through the turn. And you're going to roll on the throttle when your nose is pointed out. You don't want to roll into the throttle, your nose pointing into the corner, because the corner is a corner. When you roll on the throttle, you go fast in a straight line. If there's a corner, you're going fast in a straight line, you go a little wide and you crash. Okay, so we're going to 92 kilometers per hour at this point. And so what you want to be doing is planning your ride. So position for safety, you locate that corners are sometimes hazardous. So you're assessing if it's actually a relevant threat. So if it's too sharp of a corner, it's a relevant threat. You're going too fast, you are the relevant threat. So how do you navigate that? Either roll off the throttle, slow it down, learn trail braking as another skill set that you can do while you're in the corner. But do whatever you can. A lot of it is preemptive. So you want to slow down before so that you can maybe add some more later. It's a lot easier to add some. Also utilize, and I don't have my pen out, so we're going to go ahead and try to bring that out. You want to utilize your focal vision, so that target fixation that we always blame for problems, it's just another skill set. So just like rolling on more throttle is a skill, braking slow or fast is a skill, using your vision is a skill. So you want to be focused on your turn here. Now, this is what I like to do when I'm going through corners, because I also want to watch out for any road surface hazards, is that I go from here, I scan up here, it's like, cool, there's my corner, and then I look right here real quick with my focal vision, no road surface hazards, cool. Well, I'm still traveling, right? I'm still traveling through the corner. Then I go back to here, then I go to here, then I go back to here, and then I go to here, because I'm traveling, right? So I'm constantly ratcheting basically my vision. So corner in front of me for road surface hazards, corner, road surface hazards, corner, road surface hazards. That's what I'm doing through corners on a motorcycle, in a car, all those different things, even walking. So we go a little too wide. So at this point, let's say we were good here with the slow look, press, and roll. Now that our nose is pointed where we want to go, that's when you roll on the throttle. But once again, if you catch yourself in a situation like this, don't look forward here. That's your target fixation, looking where you want to go. You're going to go off-road. Focus here and really be aggressive in your turn. Be aggressive that you need to get out of this terrible situation, because right now you're aiming towards here. You want to aim your bike towards here. So you kind of have to be aggressive in this emergency situation. So this is definitely a red stage where we need to get ourselves out of it. So if we do crash, you know, our hands are going to get torn up. Thankfully, we have a motorcycle jacket. We have a helmet. I think we have pants and boots. Looks like we do have pants, but we don't have gloves, so our hands might be damaged a little bit. And as a smart rider, we acquire and use all personal protective equipment. So we're going to pause this real quick because we do see some road surface hazards. It does look like it's sped up. Part of planning is locating, once again, those hazard situations. So watching out for any braking problems, accelerating problems. It's basically a traction problem that we could have when it comes to water. So there is right there, the side of the vehicle, that is a pattern. So we locate it if it's a hazard situation. We have to assess if it's going to be a threat. And the only way it's really going to be a threat for us is if it's in our lane. Right now, it's not a threat. But if it becomes a threat, we have to navigate out of it. So decent little swerve. Very good. So intersection. Okay, watch out for anybody coming left. Going to hit you. Good job with the head check. Good job with the head check. It's a green light. Okay, so we lost traction. So we accelerated a little bit too hard through the corner. Just take it nice and easy. It's almost like that first corner video where we accelerated, but we went wide. This one, we lost traction and fell down. So what you want to do when you get through here, nice and easy through the corner and the turn. And then when you're finally because he's about to crash. When you're finally like right here and your nose is pointed where you want to go, not into the bridge, but you know, down the road, that's when you can accelerate, because you're not gonna lose traction if you're going straight unless you really gun it, which is kind of hard because you're gonna have traction going straight. When you're in the corner, you need traction to turn. So if you accelerate hard in that turn, you're going to use a lot of traction for the acceleration. So you're going to run out of traction to do it. Think of it when you're running around. I was doing the Smart Rider drills as sprinting exercises yesterday. And when I was going around one of the cones, I didn't just increase my speed to go around the cone. I had to slow it down just a little bit to get around the cone and then accelerate when I was going towards the next cone. Same thing with motorcycles, same thing with cars, same thing with this. You want to wait until you're almost in a straight line to really give it that acceleration. All right, nice little horn. Wear some gear. It's a red light. Cool. We're going to slow it down, decelerate, progressive braking, engine braking, downshifting. Watching out for idiots like that. Thankfully, we didn't get hit. Thankfully, that kid in the stroller, like the mom wasn't going, right, off to the right. Scary situation, but if they did hit you, this is why we wear full gear just in case.
Keep your eyes on the rider up ahead, because this rider looked away for just a split second.
Okay.
It was enough for this to happen.
So we looked away for a split second. So inattentional, right? So we talk about the MTC awareness stages. Maybe we're zoned out. Let's see what happens here. So it's a red light. We're slowing down. Okay, it's green for us. Now we can go. He's doing a quick head check. Oh, couldn't see. So a little inattention, getting close, but also when it comes to hazards at night, look, it's like kind of hard to see these people. Let's go back just a little bit more. You see how it's hard to pick out people? All you see are the lights. This is why positioning for safety and paying attention ahead and be like, okay, that's where the person is. I need to be off to the right a little bit more. He starts moving that way. So a little bit of inattention. Thankfully, it's just a close call. We can learn from that. So pay attention. Stick a little bit more. Why did that guy stop? Because it was a red light. We just ran a red light. You see that? Yeah, that's a big one right there. We actually ran the red light. So the guy was doing the right thing by stopping. And this is why you talk on your cardos. Right now, on the live stream, there's a 25% off discount. You guys see in this video afterwards. It's kind of over, but you can get 10% off with the link in the description. But this is why you guys talk to each other and be like, hey, I hit the red light. I'm stopping. A lot of different things that can happen. But thankfully, nobody got hurt. Let's learn from it. Yeah, music. This dude signals to slow down, and then, okay. Ooh, not wearing much gear. Hopefully, we're not going to get road rash. Oh, good job with the swerve. So was paying attention. Definitely was paying attention there. So the other guy signals to slow down. So is he taking photos? Yeah, it looks like he's like they're getting photos. Ooh. So why do we have to slow down, right? We're just kind of riding in our lane. You guys should stay in his lane. So the guy pushed out into our lane because he wanted to get some really cool footage, some knee downs going super fast, all that stuff. So at this point, when it comes to planning, we're in a somewhat a bad position because we're going to go head on with this person. We're in our lane. It's their fault. We located this is a hazardous situation. It is a relevant threat. We have to navigate this active threat. And so what we're going to be doing is finding our escape path, which is going to be off to the right. And we're just going to move lane positions. So good job with the swerve. Handled it. But this is why you need to pay attention, because if it comes up to you and you're not paying attention, you're going to run into that person. So this is why it's so important to also not speed, also pay attention, and then get yourself out of there. So good job on this rider. Wear some gear just in case your attention skills fail. Whoa. Good swerve. We've seen this one. I think he barely touches. There you go. He barely touches the fence. He gets a little angry.
What are you doing, bro?
We don't need to do that part because we focus mainly on this. So let's go back to this. We're going to try to power through some of these because I recognize it's 9 minutes already. So we're coming up to here. We have a left turner. So recognized, we have to escape. Found the escape. And now we're going to get off into here. So instead of hitting a pole, we got very lucky that we actually had an escape path. He did a little bit of a high side, fell off, and then hit the fence. Okay, so good job avoiding a crash. Also, instead of like really instigating and escalating it more, just take a picture of their license plate. Send the cops the videos or the insurance to your videos and be like, hey, it's not my fault. Hopefully you can get whatever damage paid for. All right, so group ride going through here, having some fun. What do we got here? Oh, a little wheelie. So what do you think is going to happen here? So high skill, high risk. For me, it's a low reward, but a lot of people think it's fun to do this, so it's a high reward for them. Since it's not a high reward for me, I don't do it. So there's the dump, and there's the crash. So my concern here when it comes to the Smart Rider principles is that we want to rescue people, is that first I'm going to remain calm, ensure your own safety. ZTX, exactly. His coccyx, which is your tailbone, possibly broken. That sucks. Stopping major bleeds. So when he does this, we talk about mechanism of injury. So he's going to go ahead and hit his tailbone really hard, hit his left arm, hit his back, and then his head, I don't think it actually fell back all the way and cracked on the ground, but it's good that he has a helmet just in case. But he's sliding, so we're going to get road rash on those hands if he doesn't have gloves. It's probably still going to get some thermal transfer, so think of a bad rug burn on those hands. So you're still going to get like probably a level 1 burn, first-degree burn. But hopefully the rest of his body's fine. But you see his left knee just now hits the ground. This is why we wear full gear, because you have knee armor. His ankle, the side of his ankle. That's why there's armor for the ankles in motorcycle boots. So yeah, wear gear if you're going to be taking these higher risks, just so that you can get back up and not be hurt.
Be risky no matter how careful you are, because drivers are definitely not watching out for riders coming down the middle.
Exactly. So lane splitting, you're going to have some issues with anybody wanting to switch lanes like that. And then we're going to dump the bike. Well, the bike wants to keep going. We're going to fall down. So exactly what, not Motostars, I'm sorry, KS Riders. Exactly what KS Riders said is that people are not going to be paying attention. So what they want to do, since they're not paying attention, they might collide with you, is that if you see in these big open gaps where a car could switch over, just be a little more careful. Keep the hands on the brakes, and then just always anticipate that somebody's going to be switching over. You're taking a risk getting in front of people doing lane splitting or lane filtering. That this right here, I mean, you're already traveling faster than everyone. It's okay to slow down and let somebody in because you're already beating everybody behind you. So I take that as a trade-off where it's riskier to do this, but just in case it happens. See that big gap right there? That's what I'm concerned about. So yeah, KS Riders, it definitely is a little bit more risky.
Whoa.
I think we saw this one a little while back. So it's really good, and I mentioned this last time, is that when you watch a car go over, see how high the water goes over the car, because then you can anticipate how high it's going to get on you. Also, stay on the road. Don't think like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this and then get back on the road. Well, there's no road here. This is all mud. So stay on the road. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, hey guys, it's time to turn around. But go nice and easy. Keep speed. If you go too slow, you're going to just fall over and lose some traction. Keep a little bit of speed. I would say about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just cruise through it. Lift your feet up. First or second gear. Call it a day.
Are we doing this right now?
If it's too deep, don't do it.
Go ahead, man.
Some of the lower bikes might have an issue with this.
No.
So got a little squirrely on that. Fell down. Running water. If you're going too fast or too slow, especially if you're going too fast, you're going to hydroplane a little bit.
Watch out.
You want to keep some speed.
My bike's on me.
So his bike's on him. He's pretty good. Let's get the bike off. He's just going to be a little wet. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's how I would handle that water situation. If it's too deep, I'm just going to turn around, find a different route.
It hurts a little.
Oh, man, sit down.
His leg hurts a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, a little bit close there.
Had a really close call when he decided to cut across right in front of a vehicle, while the lady in the car was pretty pissed off about it, and she came back to confront him.
Okay, so this right here is kind of the reverse of what we typically see. Usually cars will do that in front of us, and we get pissed off. And then we start blasting and blaming the car driver for doing that. But we just did that as the motorcycle rider. So do you think it's okay for her to say and do whatever it is that she wants to say? It's up to you guys. My point of view is this right here, just kind of slow it down and wait. If there's cars behind you or whatever, have your blinker on, all that stuff, and then wait for you to turn into there.
Right in front of a vehicle, while the lady in the car...
So you kind of put yourself in that situation. We don't need to really hear about this stuff. Of course, she's going to be a little upset. Everyone's a little upset. She almost killed you, basically, or almost damaged her car, whatever it is that her priorities are. We saw this one. This one's, is this going to be like a longer one again? I did a full after action review on it, so we're gonna skip some of it.
Well,
But
an experience on a
not much you could have
This rider
done.
was riding at night when all of a sudden there's headlights coming straight at her.
Exactly. So there's some headlights coming right at you. They said that right at the end, they did some bull racing and recognized that when something happens like this, you just jump off. I think that's what saved their legs. So there's the jump right at the end before the hit. I did a full after action review on it. Not good. And they fled the scene and whatnot. Broke some bones, having some issues. This is what it looked like. So I did a full after action review. If you guys want to see that, it's on my
It's
channel.
important to wear your gear. So here we have a first-time rider. They had practiced a little bit in a parking lot, and they decided that it's time to take it out on the road.
Very good. Do some smart rider drills. Practice. Oh, a little bit too much throttle. Let's see what happens. No, good job with the friction zone. Sometimes that happens. You have to give it some throttle. You get used to the friction zone throttle control. Very good. Very good. So we gotta stop. So instead of like yelling at each other, one of the cool things is getting a cardo so you can talk to each other. So I highly recommend getting one of those.
We're going that way. Low Larimer.
Okay, very good. I like
While
this.
He was doing okay. Started getting
Practicing.
a little bit of confidence.
Yeah,
Then
practicing,
this
getting the feel for the bike. Oh, we have gravel.
You let go of the clutch.
So we stalled. There you go. Don't let go of the clutch again.
Let's go this way.
Oh, a little too much rev bomb. Did he go wide? Did he crash?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So probably revved it too hard off the start and just kind of launched. Yeah. That's what happened. Oh, we are stuck.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how do you gotta do it? 1, 2.
Kind of stuck. So probably revved it up. Remember at the beginning I said, oh, a lot of RPMs. And I was like, okay, cool. Good job with the friction zone. Probably gave it some RPMs, wants to catch up to her buddy, or the buddy and couldn't figure it out, and just like dumped the clutch, which made, with all the RPMs going straight to the back wheel, go straight. Something happens like that if you're not really focusing on the friction zone, and that's why doing the Smart Rider drills is really important because you practice that friction zone stuff. This happens. But good job with wearing full gear.
Thanks, guys.
You guys all right? Sorry about that.
Look at these dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
You okay?
That's all that matters.
Turn in.
Well, let's see what he said.
What happened? Do you know what happened? Try to analyze it.
Yeah, I was
Good.
turning. I got off the clutch. I took off too quick. I applied brakes and I slid.
So he probably slammed the brakes at the end and then fell down. That's why he's underneath the guardrail.
It's all right, man.
Yeah.
It's my
just an
fault.
expensive
We weren't
mistake.
ready. We should have gone to the neighborhood. I don't blame you for this.
Good.
Now this
Yeah,
is
neighborhood riding's
you
great.
want to hear when you're on a motorcycle.
Ooh. Good job hearing that and then accelerating. Good job.
All right?
Recognized it, accelerated out of there. So an escape path does not have to be just swerving or mercy braking. It can be an acceleration to get yourself out of that situation. So good job on this guy for doing that.
Watch out for us.
Is that a dog? There's a dog right there, right next to her neck. So high vis gear still didn't,
You're shaking.
you know.
Oh no, that's my steering wheel. That's my
All
steering.
right, you look like you're shaking. You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry, my damn.
The guy had some quick moves. You're right, Solid Snake. Let's go ahead and move past this one. Let's see what's next.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're coming up to an intersection. Oh, dumped the bike. What was on the road? Because that seemed like a very hard, quick, small patch of mud. So probably turning. Let's see. Probably turned it like normal. That road surface hazard got him. Okay, so watch out for those road surface hazards. That's why positioning for safety is and locating hazard situation, which is that mud. Is it a relevant threat? Well, if I'm going towards it, yes. So I'm going to navigate, just kind of go around it. Put myself in a new position for safety. That's the strategy right there that will get us out of a lot of things. So what do we got here? All right, so we're going to go ahead and make a right. Nope, we're just kind of doing... Oh, I've seen this one. This guy's going to move over. This is an open lane pattern. I remember because it's a Honda Rebel. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what open lane patterns, we talked about this last week. This is one of the newer videos. Is that this truck is not going to want to be behind that black vehicle. The lane that we're in is moving faster, and so they're just going to switch over. This is why I like riding staggered with other cars. I say that all the time, ride staggered with other cars, just like if we're riding with a group. So if somebody has to swerve, we're not going to get hit. In case somebody has to switch or wants to switch lanes, we're not going to get hit either. See how our lane's moving faster and they move over? That's why I don't like being in blind spots or side by side with other cars or motorcycles. Yeah, and then, if you want to do that, that's fine. Whatever. It's just going to escalate the situation. Well, thank you, Chaos Riders, for this video. We have 3 more on this live stream. So if you guys are wanting to join us on live streams, typically 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Thursdays is when I do this. We hang out, we have some donuts, we chat, talk about our week, but we go over a lot of these things. I'll be seeing you guys on the next video.